Blaine has been looking into the space needs at their senior center for a decade. Many options have been discussed and considered through the years, but no major changes have taken place. Until now. Danica has a look at Blaine's decision to build a new, much larger senior center.
The city of Blaine has been talking about replacing the senior center for a long time.
We first looked at doing some space needs analysis for a new senior center 10 years ago.
It even made the ballot in 2016 when a bond referendum for a new senior center and community center lost by about 2,000 votes. A new building wasn't voted through with the tax increase at that time, and the issues in the facility remained.
There are multiple issues. The age is one thing working against us. Things like ADA compliance for bathrooms, overhangs are lacking coming in the doorways, so the cold air comes in and people get rained on a lot more. Logistically, inside the building, we have chairs stacked everywhere. We have very limited storage space here.
It's an old building that is too small to meet the needs of the senior community.
This building was originally built in 1982. There was an addition, I think, put on in 1987. So this is actually a building that was added on to a couple times.
Programs conflict with each other. We've got no privacy whatsoever for groups such as health insurance counseling, legal service, foot care, all those things that you would like to have private. We just don't have any rooms for that kind of a thing to exist here in this building.
On May 3rd, the City Council held a public hearing where they voted whether or not to use an existing funding source to pay for a new senior center.
Capital improvement funds. It's basically funds that we have in a fund in the city already. And what the council did is held a public hearing to use those funds to construct a new senior center.
Shelley has been working at the Mary Ann Young Senior Center for more than 20 years and could imagine what a yes vote would do for the 20,000 seniors that visit the center every year.
So I was kind of on pins and needles.
These funds are difficult to access. At least 6 out of the 7 city council members have to vote in favor of the project. In this case, allowing up to $5.4 million to be spent on a new senior center.
All those in support signify by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed? 7-0.
Oh boy, when I heard the news, I was so excited. I was literally jumping up and down.
The Capital Improvement Fund was started in the early 80s and has had reserve dollars go into it on a regular basis for projects just like this. The fund has $10.8 million in it, and up to half of that is allowed to be used for a single project. The interest on this fund also provides dollars for parks and trails every year.
These are funds that are already on hand, so there will be no tax dollars used to construct the facility. So there's no bond referendum or anything like that. They decided to use the funds they had on hand, which could only be used for general community-wide improvements.
This decision is still young, and all of the details haven't been worked out yet. But there will likely be a new senior center close to its current location that's 3 times the current size in less than 2 years.
Right now, the original concepts that we're working on is this building will stay in Aquator Park. We haven't decided exactly where, but it'll stay in Aquator Park. The idea is to build a new facility and then move everything over to the new facility so that we're operating the senior center the whole time.
It was voted through with an amendment that clarified that while this building would be primarily used for seniors, it would also have space that could be used by the public.
And that means that when this building is not in use, or the new facility is not in use as a senior center, there's some evenings or some weekends, that there will be rooms available for the public to rent and to use for different meeting spaces and activities.
Everyone's very excited about just having a more modern building that works for us.
For North Metro TV News, Danica Peterson reporting.
Design work on the senior center will start this summer, but construction won't likely start until 2019.